Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. Like I said in the other video, we've had a great run, 5 or 6 weeks, but last 24 hours have not been good. A couple nights ago, the playing games, I went 1-6. Then I go 0-3 in the MLB yesterday. Terrible. But we're going to turn it around. We'll start right here with this playing game. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
This line opens up Minnesota -4.5, but it jumps up to Minnesota -5.5 pretty quickly. Public is all over Oklahoma City again. So another matchup where the public is all over the dog and the books seem completely content playing against all that money. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Minnesota -5.85. But again, just like the other game, we're tossing the model out. Those late game April games are just so meaningless. So Minnesota took the season series 3-1 between these two teams, but they haven't played since December, 2 months before Mike Conley even joined the team. So we just have no recent data on this matchup. Let's give some credit to Cat. Karl Anthony Towns was awesome in the Lakers game for 3 quarters. Through 3 quarters, he was 8 of 10, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, looking like he was gonna have a monster night. In the 4th quarter and overtime combined, he was 0 for 2 with 1 rebound. I think he had a block shot in there as well. I like Cat, I do, but it's getting really hard to defend him. The criticism against him that he doesn't show up in big games, can't be relied on in big games, big moments, it's getting really tough to argue against that. Now, the good news for Minnesota, we just saw Valanciunas bully the Oklahoma City front court. I mean, he had 16 points on just 9 shot attempts. He had 18 rebounds. He was an absolute force. Minnesota's got Gobert and Towns. I don't see any scenario where Minnesota doesn't completely control the paint on both sides of the floor here. The problem is the numbers don't really indicate that. You would think that the T-Wolves have dominant numbers on the defensive interior, but actually they're just 15th protecting the basket, where their dominant is against the mid-range shot, specifically the short mid-range shot. Short mid-range shot means a shot in the paint that's outside of 4 feet. This is significant because look at the shot frequency numbers from the Oklahoma City roster. Josh Giddey and SGA both do a lot of their work from the short mid-range. So Minnesota, despite not having the best looking defensive numbers, I actually think they're pretty well equipped to stop this offense. Here's where I have trouble getting to the Minnesota side. What has been the T-Wolves' weakness this entire season, or for most of the season, I should say? Turnovers. Shit, man, they turned the ball over 24 times against the Lakers the other night, and the Lakers don't even force turnovers like that. Look at the Oklahoma City defense here. So I'm going to read off the 4 main factors for OKC's defense. First of all, they're 17th in overall defensive efficiency, so slightly below average as a whole. EFG percentage 22nd. Forced turnover rate 3rd. Offensive rebounding rate, defensively I'm talking about, 26th, and free throw rate 18th. This is what OKC does defensively. This is how they've won so many games, how they got themselves into the play-in tournament, and this is how they beat the Pelicans the other night. They won the turnover battle 21-11. I don't see how that doesn't happen again against a Minnesota offense that's been struggling to protect the basketball all season, which is why I can't believe I'm doing this. I got to take the points. It's so square. And the books are begging us to bet Oklahoma City here, but I don't see how I cannot give me 5.5 points in a spot OKC's been dominant all year. If this line was 2.5, 3, I would definitely consider betting Minnesota, but at 5.5, no way.
Let's head over to OddsJam. Our best OKC bet is going to be plus 5.5 at -110. You can get that on basically every book. BetMGM, Caesars, Bet365, DraftKings, Fox Bet. So you can get that basically anywhere. I'm nervous to give a lean for the total in this one because the way I see this game, if Minnesota limits the turnovers, I think this will definitely stay under. But if they limit the turnovers, I'm not sure if Oklahoma City covers. So if Oklahoma City forces a lot of turnovers, which I think they will, then this game should fly over with all those possessions in transition. But I'm worried to bet the total. So at this time, I don't have a lean. I probably will put something on the VIP ticket later. That's at 3:30 p.m. Let's have ourselves a good one. Bounce back from Wednesday night. Remember to bet responsibly and reach out to me on Twitter if you need me.